Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, where they will shake down thunder from the sky to cheer on their Fighting Irish and hoping that plenty of echoes will reverberate in victory at the end of the game. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the game. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. 26, a gain of 1. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big 2 gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these 2 big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. And back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC. So this one will be interesting.
And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Catch in the middle, it's Barry. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. At the 45, on his way. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Penn State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Here come the Irish back on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. To the ground with the back. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Trying the run, it's Barry. Got enough space, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to add another. Splits the uprights. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in the stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Running back searching for a hole. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete downfield. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Oh, he's got a chance. The expressway is wide open. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Leaves it with the back. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Number 0 in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today, but they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by a field goal over Arizona. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll run it again. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll try to power their way ahead. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. It's a reverse. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, "Run!" to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on that.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Power football with the run. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. The run to the left. And he could not get loose on the run.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Looking for space. It's Barry. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
They are perfect on 4th down so far in the 1st half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Looking to throw for it. He's got him in the flat. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line. To the air on first down. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
On second down, wants to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 30. And he breaks into the open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Penn State! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He fires one deep down the right side. And the ball is intercepted. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
With the score, Penn State 21, Notre Dame 7.
Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Across the 45. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here come the Irish back on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Gotta start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession again. The offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
This offense is aggressive on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far today, and they're still on the field. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are in the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Handoff from the gun. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Wide out in motion. He's looking to pass. A little screen to the running back. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, we got to figure out what they're doing.
Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw it again. Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots and make those big plays.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden Tates, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go!
He finds his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Now they'll run it to the right here. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Pound 55 weak.
Back to the ground with the running back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Penn State 28, Notre Dame 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. The run from the shotgun. On the move is the 30. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And obviously this offense has had their way getting a huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Arguably the game of the week, fellas, with two top 25 teams locking horns. Boston College is in danger of getting demolished today, and while this is only one game, I think anyone who knows this will linger for some time. They're trailing by 17 to Rice. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Trying to get to him. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Wants to fire on second down. Right down the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying to turn the corner on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little watermelons, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. He wants to throw. Got his man on the right. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Going up top on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Takes it the other way. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now on second down. The play action fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter. Guys are tired. They're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice job.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
Well, look at this. Fourth down and 1.5 miles, and the offense is still on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, that's going to be a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position.
At the 44. And your Notre Dame Fighting Irish will take over. First and second.
Here come the Irish back on offense. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Running it to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Offense getting set for first down.
Here we go. Razor.
He's going to pass. Got it set up on the outside. Open space at the 25. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
At the 17. That's a first down for the offense.
One more play to pad the stats. Trying to find his man on first down. Coming after him. Tipped at the line, and it's intercepted. And he's going to go down as time has run out. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.